the father, stand by prayer on the Amin. Guys in the back, would you like to come here or?
There's plenty of room there, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't want to move the chair because I record this topic.
Yeah, get closer. Simon, get closer. Come on. Yalla, but make it quick, please.
It's going to be about 20 minutes. God willing. Alright, today we speak about the one of the book of second canonical books. I'm very happy when I see this second canonical books went around everywhere. Why? These books take about 20 years from me, search and study, until this book published. This book now it's the third edition. We thank God. Second edition went Canada, America. When I went to theological college 1991, and we have assignment in book of tobit. Unfortunately, when you look in any search, you found nothing. It was very hard to find anyone wrote about book of tobit before. So after I finished my degree from theological college from Cairo, was the first book I published was this one, and now it's coming to 10 books. I finished all the second canonical books, and thank God this is the third print of these books. These books now, Book of Tobit, thank God went a movie, Magid Tawfiq he done it as a Book of Tobit, and with 3 church we have in Sydney, and with Sunday school program, when we done our Sunday school program in Sydney, we both include Book of Tobit. Why? Because a lot of lesson when we come to the story we learn. The only book in all Bible you found they talk about the intercession of the saint, fully about the Archangel Raphael. If you look anything in the Bible, no book talking about angel like the Book of Tobit. But unfortunately, this book not in the Bible, we come to this stage slowly. I will give the topic. I give CD to Amir. I was in the radio before and I did this topic. I have it in some of the church. I did in here. I give it to Amir so he can listen to the topic. And I have in my website all the book. Any question and what's the objection between our church and the Anglican church? Why is they not using this book? Firstly, our Bible here, we call it first canonical books. There is some books they call second canonical books. Second canonical books is 7 separate books plus 2 addition. Why this second canonical books not in this Bible? Because this Bible printed by the Anglican Church, and the Anglican Church not believe in these books. Why? Like the Anglican Church or Protestants, they not believe in intercession. And one of the books to be they talking about the intercession. That's why they're not interested to put in this book. But why we using their Bible? Because it's very similar to our Bible, like 99.9%, only 2-3 verses. We know the difference between us and them in the translation. And to print a new Bible costs too much money. So what our church do? They print a separate second canonical books, and this is the one we use in the church. This book we read it in the church. Anyone who know when? Fully book we have to read in the church in week number 6 in the Great Lent in Friday morning. Before Abuna starts the Mass, if anyone deacon attends this week number 6 from Great Lent next year, you found Abuna before he starts the Mass, he has to read all these books. That's to show you that the church consider him as a canonical books like first book, like you read Book of Luke, Book of Matthew, Book of John, exactly no difference. Second thing, why is this book not here? Because Ezra the priest, when he collecting all the Bible in the Old Testament, some of these books written after he collected the Old Testament, or some of these books was in the Jewish, but because they was scattered around the world, was captivity, so they didn't gather all the books. But after the captivity come, after they start renew again, they found all these books. Secondly, how many books in our Bible? Anyone here know? 66 book plus 7 separate book and 2 additions. So 66 plus 9, 73 books. How many chapters you think in our Bible?
More than 1,000.
Definitely. 1,335. How many verses you think in this Bible plus second canonical books? Around 33,000 verses. How many people wrote this Bible? 47 writers. Takes them 1,600 years to write this Bible. Not as a long, no, but otherwise. What it means, like if Book of Luke written in 2 years, Book of John in 1 year, Book of Tobit 3 years, they calculate all these years they found written in 1,600 years. So 1,600 years. 47 writers, 33,000 verse, 1,335 chapters, and 73 books. We remember this number because we come back to the end. I will ask you. The meaning of Tobit, they have two parts. Top, yeah, top, yeah, that's two parts. What mean? Yeah, that's God. Top or Tobit, that mean kind. Top, that's kind, yeah, God, that means God kind. Who wrote this book? The Tobit, the father himself. Tobit, the father, and we will say in the end of the story. What happened in the story? In the beginning, Tobit, the father, they took him as a captivity, and he was a nice person, follow his, paying his tents, follow his religion, and he follow everything as Moses asked them to do, Moses. And what happened? He married a lady, her name Anna, and they called another son, his name, some of the translation call it Tobias, some they call Tobit. But the father, he was Tobit, and he called his son after his name. And he was a nice person, so the king in that time, he trusted him to look after the Jews. So if the Jews have any conflict or problem, Tobit, he come and try to help. With some persecution between this country, take them as a captivity, and the Jews. So they killed the Jews, and the king, he said, no one allowed to bury them. But Tobit, he said, I fear God more than I fear anyone. So he come after work, or after he do his dinner, or after he eat, and they bury everyone. So one day, Tobit coming back from digging the grave and bury everyone, and he's leaving his lounge. Some of dirt coming from the bird nest come in his eye, get infected, and he get blind. And we start the story from here. He's an honest man, a good person, and he do a good job for God, or do service, good service, and he gets punished by blind. His wife, one day coming from work, was coming, have goat or animal or lamb. He told her, I hope you not steal this one. She gets very angry from him. She said, you can't do much. I'm working home, working outside, and get very angry. Tobit, he went to his bedroom, started to pray with tears to God. He told the God, I can't endure anymore my temptation. Please take my spirit. In that time, he got a friend. He got hard time with money. He lent him a 10 bag of silver for his business. In that moment, we stopped with Tobit in another small city next to him, one of his relatives, her name Sarah. Sarah, what's her problem? She married 7 times. And every time the night for her wedding, the devil killed her husband. So one day she told her maidservant to do something. She told her, don't talk to me like this. You will never marry again, and you will never see a children. She gets very upset. She went to her upper room, and she started to pray with tears to God. Please, God, take my spirit as exactly for this temptation anymore. So 2 people, they asked the same prayer on the same time, but God, he has different answer. What happened was Tobit, the father, after he prayed, he started comfortable, and he feel God, he accepted his prayer. So he got his son and told my son, take this receipt. This person, he owns a 10 bag of silver, please go get it. He said, Dad, I don't know the way. He said, try to get someone to go with you and give him money to show you the way. And he started to give him advice. Look after your mom. You have to do your 10th. You have to pray to God. You never do this. He started to give him very nice advice, beautiful advice you found in the book. Tobit went outside. He found a very bright, nice person. He asked him, do you know the way for this city? He said, I know the way. And we stop him, we have to understand something. When the angel appears to us, we call it appearance. What means appearance? The angel can take from the air body, perform as a body, and he can appear to you, do the message, and he can fly again. And his body vanishes. But in what we're celebrating next Wednesday, they call incarnation. There is 2 big difference. between appearance. God, when He appeared to Abraham in book of Genesis with two angels, we call it appearance. He took body and finished. But when God, end of the days, or on the right time, He incarnated from Saint Mary, He took a fully human body from Saint Mary, and this body, we say in the Mass, He never departed His divinity, not even to wink of eye. Okay? So the angel appear, we call it appearance. But God, the only one, we call it incarnation. You have to remember this, maybe the expression, but you know what's your church. So he told this pride person, do you know the way? He said, I know the way. He said, can you come with me? He said, I come with you. So they walked together. First night they was sleeping, and next day they go, wash his feet, was next to the beach. First prince and second prince, the picture cover was better. It was a nice picture of Archangel Raphael with his big two wings, and tobit, he catch the fish. But this one picture, I don't like it much, because they pick it up from one of the museum. But this picture just explained from far away. But another picture, the one we put in our church, is much better. And we have it in first print and second print. So when he washed his feet, he found big fish coming to bite his feet. He screamed and told his friend to help him, the archangel. He said, if you see it back, just grab it from the gills and take it out. So he tried to wash second feet, the fish coming, he grabbed it outside. He told the archangel Raphael, he told him in that time, my name Azariel. I told him what you wanted to do with the fish. He said, we clean the fish, we salt it, so can help us in longer trip, we can eat it. Plus the liver and kidney can help us. Why? If someone blind, the kidney, liver, someone blind and you scrap his eye, he can get healed. Plus the liver, if you put it on the pool, it can cast demons away. So they took the fish, they salted, they took two parts like tobit, and they start to walk. They come into the city of Sarah, the one here 7 times married and her husband being killed, and told them, I want you to visit this house because they have got a wife for you. He said, I heard about her story. I am only child from my parents. If I married her and I die, my parents, they can get very upset and disappointed. He told him, no, I tell you what you do when you married. When you married, first 3 days, spend it with prayer and fasting, and I will cast the demons away and put the kidney on the pool, and the demon be cast away. And why God He killed the 7 husbands? Because they was married for lust, not as a joint husband and wife. That's why the devil has no authority of Sarah. So he went and he asked her dad, and they was very happy. His dad next day morning, after the marriage and the celebration, the Archangel Raphael told them, don't forget, first 3 days you spend for prayer and fasting. And by the way, this was the church in the beginning. Any marriage, any wedding, he was supposed to be the husband and wife coming at night to attending the feast bar with tasbihah. وبعد كده المارriage happened on the Mass in the morning. And the husband goes to the monastery, and we have until now San Mina monastery. The husband stays in the monastery and the wife in another room, and they spend the prayer and fasting, and after the 3 days Abuna come pray with them and join as a husband and wife. That's why in olden days we have not much problem with marriage like nowadays. Nowadays we are very care about what we wear, what candle color, what we this, what we that, and last thing last thing we think about the spiritual way of the wedding. And that's what the difference between before and one of our friends, by the way, he's a priest of our group in the final years. He's a priest now. He done exactly like the wedding. He make it in the morning, and he done exactly. He went to the monastery and everything. And he's married so far very successful. Yes. All right. So the father next day morning he worried that tobit been die or not. So he started digging the grave, and they sent the servant to knock the door to see he's still alive or not. They knocked the door, they found him alive. They was very happy. They start to celebrate. So tobit, he told his friend the Archangel Raphael, go you got the receipt, get the money back, and come meet me, and we'll go back to my family. So he went, got the receipt, got the money, and he come back, meet tobit, and go to his father. The Archangel Raphael told them, don't forget, when you see your father, give the liver and scrap it to his eye, and he will see. So he saw his father, he done exactly like the angel told him, and he start like scale come out of his eye and he start see. So he and his father started to look at what we can reward this person. He told him, what we can do, we can give him half of all the money we got, because he let Sarah married you and you married Sarah, and Sarah very rich and we got a lot of money, but he solved her problem and solved my problem too when I was black. So they started to divide the money, and they told him, the only thing minimum we can give you half of our we have. He told them, I doesn't want anything, and they start to perform like angel, and his wings start to appear. He told him, I am the archangel Raphael. God, he sent me to help you to beat, because he never forgot the good deed you was doing in your service, the burying people. And he started to fly and told them what happened, write it in the story. That's why we say to beat the father, he wrote the story. One of the objections, we have about 4 or 6 objections from the Anglican Church. When we ask them why you're not putting this on the Bible, they say, you're not going to tell me if you get the kidney or liver of fish to scrap someone's eye, he will be healed. I agree too. If I say 100 times, I get the kidney or liver to someone blind and they scrap his eye and they can see, yes, everyone believes never can happen. But this miracle happened once. Why? Because we have body, soul, spirit. When Abuna coming to pray in you, what he do? He prays to you and anoint you with oil. What's healing you? The oil or the prayer or what? The prayer with the body see something and they feel something, he can feel comfortable and can be healed with the prayer of Abuna, with your face, with the oil. One of the story happened in 2 King. People coming to Elijah and told him, we have poison in the food. Do you know what he told them? He told them, get flour and put in the food. If you get flour and put in the food, flour never fix the poison. But people, they want to see something, so they believe the food can be getting good or getting better. After they put the flour, the servant of Elijah start give everyone food and they start to eat again. It's nice objection and the answer of our Coptic Orthodox Church. That's a quick brief about Book of Tobit. It's nice book, have a lot of teaching, have a lot of thing about our church, like when Tobit, when Tobit himself, he was 3 days praying, like he said, like Jesus Christ when he was in the tomb and he come back alive, like Tobit. If he not gonna pray and fast, he will die, but he come back alive again. Some nice teaching about everything. Any question before we finish? I ask a question. How many books we have in our Bible combined? 73. How many verses we have?
Isn't it 75? 33,000.
66 plus 9 care.
75.
Yes, but we have 2 compilation. We have 7 separate, 2 compilation. What's compilation? Compilation of Daniel and compilation of Esther. We have it already here. So we're not counted again. But the 7 books like Tobit, Judith, 1st Maccabees, 2nd Maccabees, Jesus son of Sirach, Wisdom of Solomon, and the book of Baruch, that's a separate book. They have nothing here at all. Alright, how many verses we have?
33,000.
How many writers?
47.
47. How many years took them to write?
1,600.
Yes, 1,600. Any question? Very easy book. Yes, yes.
The name of the book is named after the father or the son?
They name after the father because the father he wrote it. Yeah, but the son was mostly the translation. The son the same spelling like the father.
Okay.
But some of the translations they write Tobit with S. But the Jewish name exactly father like son. Any more? Thank you very much for having me. God bless you.